Jeric.
All right, so fuck, this is gonna be a lot of stairs. So what I need you to do is
What's in here?
my thumb up.
Okay.
So what I need you to do is pull. This is weight training.
That is easy.
Okay. Got it.
I just don't want to break anything.
It's fine. How does this lock?
Just push it hard, and that's it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My dog's forever, don't worry. Hold on. She loves sniffing newcomers. My clothes a mess.
Then construction done?
Something like that. Alright guys, so right here, I actually have this foam roller, which is pretty much a self-massager for yourself. And it actually really helps to do before a workout, and I find that it's really worth it to have my own, since my gym doesn't have one itself. So, as you guys can see, you just slowly are putting pressure on the parts of your back for this back massage I like to do. And it's really good for warming up for something like a pull day, which consists of back and biceps. And it's just a good way to start off your workout. Here we have my wrist wraps, which I've gotten recently to help myself on my push days when I've been benching, because I realized that my wrists have actually been going backwards when I've been doing some of the movements, and these are just to prevent myself from causing an injury to my wrist. So yeah, have one for each of my hands. So this is my beauty of a fridge. We have some eggs up here for healthy fats. We have some almond milk, some fat-free milk, some butter just for cooking the eggs. Of course, you have all the chicken breasts already well prepared inside the container, and then some tilapia. Just a lot of meats, to be honest. I don't really touch most of the condiments for the most part. It's just a lot of healthy eating that I do for the most part, and I actually was able to switch my family members' diets a lot with my food choices and help them in their nutrition journeys as well.
Do you always cook breakfast, lunch, dinner, or a combination of both?
So yeah, I'm pretty much always making my own food. I never go out to eat for the most part, unless it's a cheat day or a refeed day. But yeah, for the most part, I'm making my own food, chicken breast and tilapia, tuna as well. And yeah, that's about it.
How often do you have cheat days?
Cheat days, so really I haven't really cheated that much on this cut. Probably like once every 2 weeks, which is a good thing to keep as a general rule of thumb. But lately, have been cheating a little bit. State fair, happens.
Does it drastically change your diet, or does it drastically impact your...
A cheat day?
Yeah.
So a cheat day, one day, it actually helps speed up your metabolism when you're on a cut. But if you go too crazy, and if you're just going way overboard, then you're absolutely gonna be detrimental to your health. So I got these 25 pounders a long time ago, and I found them actually to be a really good investment, since 25 pounds is pretty much a good weight for someone like me, who I can work a lot with these. And I can even control them even slower to get an even better workout on my own if I ever do decide that I need to work out at home.
How often do you use the dumbbells?
So it's actually kind of rare for me to use my dumbbells, but I have used them in the past before, and I even have my own shoulder workout for at home when I do not end up going to the gym. And then this is the trusty old pull-up bar, where this attaches to the door, and then you pull up, then you do some pull-ups from here. This is something I actually used back when I didn't have a gym, and it was a really helpful way for me to get a good back workout involving my dumbbells as well. Since at a gym you have a lot more equipment, obviously, but this really helped me in my time here at the house working out.
What do you look for in a gym? What do you consider essential to your gym experience?
So anything that's not Planet Fitness for the most part.
Why is that?
That's because Planet Fitness doesn't have free weights, as in like a bench that has a free weight bar, or a squat, or a deadlift, which are your 3 main compound lifts. And the fact that they don't have that is just completely awful, because it's something that people really should be training at the gym. And also their dumbbells don't go higher than 70 as well, or 75. And for a flat dumbbell press, it's actually really essential to have dumbbells that go higher than that for someone like my size who could probably go up to 90s for a good amount of reps. So I actually just got this Sony camera for my birthday. My mom got it from a coworker who said that they just never used their camera and said that they wanted to give it to me as a birthday gift. And I was actually really happy about that. So now I'm gonna start using this to be able to record my YouTube videos. And also, back then, I have an iPhone XR, which has a pretty decent 1080p camera, and I used to use this to record. So like, if I would record myself in here, I just prop it up against my cable box and just start talking away.
Are people weirded out at the gym with you recording, or are they just used to it now?
At this point, I know a lot of them, and they're getting more used to it. But at first, it was actually really hard for me to get used to. I don't think it was so much them getting used to it. It was so much me getting used to it for the most part. Because, you know, that kind of like embarrassment of being that guy who records. But yeah, slowly I've been just carrying less and less, and I'm getting more comfortable with it slowly.
Has anyone ever come up to you about you recording them in the background, or has that ever been like a conflict?
Nope, it's never actually been a conflict. And for the most part, I really try not to get too many people in the background. I pretty much do my stuff on my own and like next to a wall or by a corner, just to make sure that I don't get any unwanted people. Got this Acer, which is a pretty decent computer for its price, I'd say. I think I got it off eBay. I'm pretty sure it was back at the start of college because I was in dire need of a laptop. And then my friends helped me find this one, which is a pretty good laptop. And as you guys can see here.
You're editing right now.
Yeah, I was actually in the middle of editing a video, which is a state fair vlog. So yeah, I use Adobe Premiere Pro 2019, which is a really helpful app that I see. Pretty good interface, solid for editing. Makes it look real nice, cut and clean. I also use Photoshop for my thumbnails.
You make those yourself?
My thumbnails, yeah, I do all the work myself.
Gotcha.
Photoshop. Let's see. So we got Adobe Photoshop 2019.
Normally, how long does it take you to edit and export?
So edit and export, it varies. But lately I've been getting a lot of like film for vlog kind of stuff. And that takes a long time to edit. So it probably takes me like a week to completely edit a video and get it out. Just because I'm working out, I'm eating, I'm going to the physical therapist, there's just a lot to do. But thankfully it's summertime, and these are a lot of things I've been doing in Photoshop. So thumbnails, transformation, pull day, just things I've been slowly getting used to and getting better with editing slowly.
Do you have an upload schedule, or do you just upload whenever you finish?
I upload whenever I finish, because it's kind of hard for me to have a consistent schedule right now. But I'm slowly getting better and quicker at editing.
Do you think you'll ever have an upload schedule?
Hopefully in the future, I'll be able to be more consistent with my uploads. But right now, I'm just trying to slowly get better and being able to do it on my own pace. I'm actually Colombian, so it's easy to say that it runs in the family that we're all into soccer. So it's one of the pastimes I picked up back in 8th grade when the FIFA World Cup came on. I got really into it all of a sudden because I wasn't always into soccer. Then I slowly got more into it and I started enjoying it a lot more. Started going to the park with my friends just to play soccer, and that was one of our ways to hang out. And it was actually a really good form of cardio too, to be honest. And I'm actually gonna go tomorrow to Brooklyn, and I'm gonna go play some soccer with my friend. Probably get a recording session in there too.
Do you follow professional soccer?
Oh yeah, definitely. Professional soccer right now, the Copa America is going on with all the national teams, so of course I'm like watching every Colombian game, making sure that we're doing our best, because lately we have been on top of our form, and we actually ended up beating some big teams like Argentina, which was a big upset for them.
Have you been keeping up with the FIFA Women's World Cup?
FIFA Women's World Cup? I have not been keeping up with that, although my family has been, and I saw them watch the USA versus Spain game the other day. But yeah, that's about it.
Game. Close game, very close.
Yeah, but for the most part, I'm pretty much just watching national for the most part, and also FC Barcelona. They're my favorite team, and the club that I support. And also Neymar might be coming back, so we'll see if that happens. Hopefully.
Were you aware that the U.S. defeated Thailand 13-0 in their opening match?
I was aware. That was pretty something.
Did you see the highlight reel?
I did. It was not very pretty, to be honest. But yeah.
What are your thoughts on MLS soccer?
MLS soccer, not too big of a thing, to be honest. There are some big names in there, like I forgot his name. Never mind. But yeah, MLS soccer is something that's just not too big. So I don't really keep track of that. I'm pretty much keeping track of European football for the most part.
Now, a lot of people are in support of the U.S. women's national team over the men's national team just because of how they failed to qualify for the 2018 FIFA World Cup and how just in general that they failed in comparison in recent years. What are your thoughts on both teams?
Well, obviously,
to your knowledge.
Obviously, the men's, they failed at qualifying. That was one of the biggest upsets for the USA, and it was kind of just disappointing for everyone in general. But the women's team, on the other hand, is probably the best team out there, if not the best women's.
I mean, they won the last World Cup.
Exactly. So they're definitely like the best team out there by far. Right, for the women's.
Yes.
I mean, I don't really know many names, but I do know Alex Morgan. That is a name that I know.
Scored 5 goals against Thailand.
Exactly. No, I don't know how to play it. I was gonna play "Love Yourself" by Justin Bieber, but either way, I haven't touched this guitar in a while. I used to touch it a lot more back in college until my capo just stopped working, and it just stopped me from being able to play a lot more songs. But yeah, I actually did play this a little bit in college. My roommate can vouch for me. Kind of annoyed him a little bit sometimes, but he also kind of liked it, especially when I played "Say You Won't Let Go" by James Arthur. He really liked that.
When did you start playing guitar?
I actually got a guitar back when I was 11. It was a long time ago. It was that electric guitar in the corner. And then, because I always really liked music, and I kind of did want to be a singer when I was younger, but then hit puberty, my voice went. But then recently, I have been practicing singing a lot, and obviously, your singing voice is another muscle in your body, so you can train that as well and get even better. But yeah, don't really touch it a lot anymore. Maybe I'll pick it back up soon though. Over here, I have my supplements, which are creatine, BCAAs, and my protein powder. Of course, protein powder is just gonna help you hit your protein goal for your daily intake, and creatine is something that a lot of bodybuilders should probably be taking, as it helps you a lot with your performance in the gym. It can actually help strengthen your body a lot, which kind of sounds like steroids, but trust me, it's not. And then your BCAAs, which helps with your recovery on a cut. And yeah, Sour Patch flavor, always a good one. As you can see, she gets a lot of attention from all the passerbys. Everyone loves the good old Pitbull. She's really strong though. She's got big muscles, and she almost pulled Jeric away for a second.
So you mentioned before how you prefer water over sports drink. Is there any reason why?
So, sports drinks are decent, but the thing is that most of them have calories in them, and I'm trying to minimize the amount of calories that I'm getting from drinks, because it's just annoying to waste them on drink when you could just drink water instead. But something I do like are 0-calorie monsters, because they're able to naturally give you energy, because they have a lot of good chemicals and vitamins inside of them. I've never really tried monsters before, but I tried the white monster once and I really liked it. It was something I will probably try again in the future, but I'm not really too keen on using caffeine too much for my energy. I do drink coffee sometimes though, since I'm Colombian.
In college, how often do you go to the dining halls, and did that significantly impact the way you ate? If you get what I'm saying?
So, college dining halls were a blessing to my fitness life, because on the app, they actually have a way to track every single thing. So I would be tracking absolutely everything, and then there's a whole array of foods, like protein, carbs, and just a ton of stuff that I can actually use. And to be honest, I actually really like the way they cook the Rutgers food.
Interesting.
And we actually have multiple dining halls too, so there's a huge variety of things you can do. Stop. There you go. All right, a waste of water, but
it's a lot of wasted water.
But she did not want to get close to it.
This might be a silly question, but which gym do you prefer? The one at Rutgers or the one you go to in New York?
It's a tough one. I actually really enjoy both, but I'd have to say the Rutgers one. Even though I hate the fact that it's always full because it's a college gym.
Is there only one gym at Rutgers?
No, there's actually 6 gyms at Rutgers, but I go to one of the most popular ones, which is the College Ave gym.
What's there that isn't at Club Metro?
I mean, the thing about CAG, or the College Ave gym, is that, I don't know, it just feels right to be there, and just the atmosphere and knowing everyone. Club Metro, I'm slowly developing that too. And I mean, Club Metro does have like some things an advantage. Like at the time that I go, there's almost nobody there, so I almost never have to wait for a machine.
That's some news about
But one of the biggest problems with Club Metro in Newark is that the flat benches, they have a weird groove that doesn't let me get a good stable back on it. So it makes it harder to bench. It's a lot worse.
You said how you like the Rutgers gym just because you know everyone there and it's like a really good community feeling. Do you get that same feeling at Club Metro? Do you run into the same people every day? Or?
See, I work at the Rutgers gym, so that's why I'm always there, and I pretty much like live there at this point. And in Newark, I mean, I don't work there, but I almost did because my friend does. So he got me the application and everything, and I started meeting everyone. But then I found another job, and I was like, okay. But I still met a lot of people there, so. And we all just say what's up every now and then.
What's something you did really badly these last 2 semesters that you're looking to improve this fall semester for your sophomore year?
They should be pulling. Well, one thing is balance between my gym life and school life, I guess. At first, I thought that, you know, college was gonna be super easy to fly by in because I've always pretty much been good on stuff. But then, I don't know, first semester grades were not the greatest, but that's mostly because of classes like expository writing.
Oh, yeah.
And just, yeah, I've never been a writer. And one of the things about first semester is that I didn't realize how much I was actually swiping in at the dining hall, and I was starting to run out pretty quick on swipes.
Oh, I had the opposite problem.
Yeah, a lot of people had the opposite problem. Everyone was like, get the 210 plan, you'll be fine on it. I was like, all right, I'll get the 210 plan. I ran out way too quick.
So when it comes to fitness, how important is sleep to you?
So this is actually one of the other problems that I had first semester, which was sleep. At the beginning of first semester, I was getting almost no sleep at all. Watch out. I did some more research and I learned that sleep is probably one of the most important things. And that's when I started sleeping almost 8 to 10 hours every day.
Dang.
Because you actually do need a lot of that sleep for good muscle recovery overnight. So you can secrete your hormones and get the muscle repairing.
I heard that if you work out before you sleep, I forget what the outcome was, but it's either you fall asleep faster or you don't fall asleep faster.
So I absolutely knock out after working out. At Rutgers, I work out at night, and as soon as I get back to my dorm, I'm dead on the bed. Like my roommate there's no chance of waking me up.
Before a workout, should someone eat a meal or not? Just because there's like this weird thought in my head that if you work out with food in your stomach, it's very uncomfortable.
So it's something that a lot of people question, and the thing about eating is that you should eat before going to work out, but probably like an hour or 2 before, and make sure that it's not a big meal. Because if you're eating a big meal, and then you're gonna say like squat, the amount of like force you have to push into squat, you're gonna end up throwing up. There's no doubt about that.
And how long afterwards, after a workout should you eat?
I like to eat right after because I'm usually really hungry right after, and I just find that it's like the most comfortable time for me to get in my calories.
Hot showers or cold showers?
See, I heard that cold showers are like better and everything, but I just can't get used to that life. I'm a hot shower kind of guy. See, what I do is I start at like medium temperature. That way, like my body like feels normal, and then I slowly increase it as I go. That way.
So you like burning in hell, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that way, like your body doesn't like get too used to like the temperature, and then it slowly gets warmer, and then you still feel comfortable throughout the entire thing. It's actually something I learned in psychology.
Do you have any special shoes you wear to the gym?
That's actually a really good question, to be honest. So shoes, I actually go for the most part in Vans when I'm going to be squatting or deadlifting, because it's always good to have some flat shoes so that you can maintain flat on the surface. And then if I'm about to do cardio, I just switch into my Adidas running shoes and get on the treadmill like that.
So recently on your channel you did a haul video where you unboxed a couple of shirts that you bought online as well as your supplements. Can you describe in detail why you decided to buy those shirts like the one you're wearing right now, and
So as almost everyone knows, Gymshark is one of the main like apparel for people who actually go to the gym, and it's actually the company that sponsors the YouTubers that I watch. So obviously I decided to go pick up Gymshark, especially for the summer sale, and apparently they like never have sales, so I had to jump on that.
What is she doing?
She is fighting for something in the grass, but she cannot have it. Let's go. Lola, vente para acá. Sit. So yeah, she sits. That's one thing she really knows well. But
Any other tricks?
we actually taught her to give us a paw. Lola, sit. Sit. Okay. Lola, sit. Okay, now she doesn't want to listen. Sit. Sit. Okay. No, sit. Lola, sit. Give me your paw. Give me your paw. All right, she's mad at me now for pulling her away.
Is there a reason why you didn't buy shorts, or are you okay with the shorts you have?
So the shorts I saw on the website, they're kind of a little too short for me, I think. I prefer wearing longer shorts that are a lot less revealing. But yeah, I don't buy joggers or leggings or any of that because my legs get really hot and they start sweating like crazy at the gym. So I like to be open and really loose with it.
How much of your budget would you say goes towards fitness accessories and things you use?
So fitness-wise, it's kind of hard to really tell. It's very variable for the most part. I mean, like probably this month of June, I probably spent like $100 on clothes, on supplements. Actually, probably $150 to be honest, because I bought everything at once. But then like I won't spend again for like another, let's say 4 months or so. So it's kind of really like on and off with the sports budgeting. All right, almost back home.
That was basically a mini version of 70 question.
Pretty much. And back up we go.